upon the results given, I declare John Dramani Mahama President-elect. Thank you very much.
I've just taken note of the announcement made by the Electoral Commission of Ghana, and I accept with all humility. I want to take this opportunity to thank Ghanaians for the confidence reposed in me. It's been a long and anxious wait, but I think that Ghana has come out the winner once again. I want to thank our Electoral Commission for making us proud once again. We have had confidence in them. They've taken us through elections 6 successive times, and I want to thank them for a good job done. I want to say that all Ghanaians have won, and I call on all leaders of political parties that participated in this election to respect the voice of the people. The voice of the people is the voice of God. I want to thank the Almighty God for continuing to grant His favor to Ghana and continue to make us the pride and star of Africa. I want to say that I accept this responsibility with all humility, and I'll discharge my duties, to the interest of the people of Ghana. I also wish to call on all supporters to exercise restraint in celebration. We must celebrate together as Ghanaians, and let's refrain from any acts that will disturb the peace and order that this country continues to enjoy. I want to thank you very much for your patience, and to say that I'm overwhelmed. Thank you.
Supporters of Ghana's President-elect John Mahama celebrate his victory on the streets of the capital, Accra. The opposition are disputing the result, but people are happy that the election was peaceful. After the celebrations are over, the hard work will begin for Ghana's new government and new parliament. People are already talking about what policies they'd like to see from the new president now that he has a popular mandate.
It's about employment, getting the youth to be skillful and then getting them secured in employment. That is what we need, and that will move the country.
I want him to help us, especially the youth, to find ourselves a job to help our parents, and especially for those coming. He said he will provide quality education development for the country, so we help him and we wish we are at his back to do it for the country.
I was on the opposition side, but the outcome is very nice, and I all appreciate it. And I want the government and the president and his official to let Ghana to be united and be one. We are all one people, and we need peace and stability.
Ghana's economy grew by 14% last year, largely due to the discovery of large oil reserves, but many feel that wealth is not reaching them.
Nobody doubts.
Mahama, a former historian, has promised to improve infrastructure and create jobs.
Fully established his own civil engineering and general construction firm, Lidra Limited, and became its managing director. He became the chairman of the Northern Regional Contractors Association in 1996 until December 2000. Alhaji Aliu Mahama was also an alumnus of the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA. He obtained 2 certificates from the institute in project planning and management and in leadership. He was councillor, Yendi District Council in 1978 and assemblyman, Tamale Municipal Assembly in 1990. He was the chairman of the Economic Development Committee of the Tamale-Louisville Sister State Committee. He has been board member of several secondary schools in the northern region, including the Tamale Polytechnic. He died at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital on 16 November 2012 at the age of 66.
on Happy FM on Tuesday with a 16-year-old pregnant girl who claims to have been impregnated by the suspect. Their issue was that Daniel, an HIV/AIDS carrier, had sexual intercourse with the girl with the intent to pass on his HIV virus to her.
I believe since he's had an affair with my daughter, he's giving her the virus. The law should take its course.
He sent me to the hotel when he met me. Initially, he used the condom, but the second time he did not. He said he gave me 50 Ghana cedis, but it's a lie. I saw it when he removed the condom the second time.
But this girl is not the only lady who Daniel could possibly have infected with the virus. Daniel accepted responsibility for the act and confessed to have had unprotected sex with many other women, though he knew he had the virus.
Please, I have already committed the crime. I have the disease, and I have given it to others. I want help, so I will not give it to anybody else.
Officials of the Domestic Violence Unit swooped into the Happy FM studios while the discussion was ongoing and arrested Daniel.
The murdered students, according to the Nigerian police, had gone to Alo to demand for money allegedly owed them by Mr. Lucky, who later raised the false alarm that the students were armed robbers, leading to their murder by members of the community.
Let me break the good news on Patakot Alo to say that those who perpetrated those barbaric and very barbaric acts, they have been caught. We have caught the culprits. The two kingpins were caught yesterday, and this morning, all of them will be charged to court.
I'm often asked whether ending violence against women is possible, given the pervasiveness and persistence of these crimes. My answer is yes, it is possible, but we can only do it together. We are all responsible, and it is time for leaders to fulfill the promises made to women. Last year, UN Women launched the 16-step policy agenda. Today, on the International Day to End Violence Against Women, I urge all heads of state and government to make new commitments and take strong action in their countries to end violence against women and girls. The first step has been taken. The silence has been broken. We have come a long way together with laws, policies, and programs. There are international agreements and treaties, and greater knowledge than ever before on ending violence against women. But it's not enough. Governments and leaders must lead by example. Now is the time for governments to translate international promises into concrete national action. And we hope to see new and improved laws and national action plans that provide for safe houses, free hotline services, and free legal and medical aid to women victims of violence and their children. We count on education programs that teach human rights, equality, and mutual respect. We need increasing numbers of women in politics, law enforcement, and peacekeeping forces. We need equal economic opportunities and decent jobs for women. And we need real implementation of agreements and treaties. All of these actions require decisive and courageous leaders. As more and more people believe that violence against women is neither acceptable nor inevitable, as more and more perpetrators are punished, ending violence against women becomes possible. This is not just a women's issue. This is a responsibility for all of us. This violence is an outrage, and it must be stopped. There can be no peace, no progress when women live under the fear of violence. Time has run out for complacency or excuses. All around the world, in all countries, there are millions of people, men and women, in government, civil society, and the private sector with the will and determination to end violence against women. Yes, it is possible. Together, we can stop the violence.
My eyes could not believe what I was seeing, but of course, this was what I should have expected since I was at a Ghanaian cultural exhibition. This was held at the Sala Conciliare Lago di Pace, GHEDI, Brescia. Just right at the entrance were proudly displayed brooms, fans, Owari souvenirs, and some books on Ghana written in Twi. On the other side of the gallery, hanging on the walls, were a display of various kinds of tar and dye shirts, tops, dresses, laces, kentes of different kinds, traditional textiles, yards of batik fabrics, Edinkra cloth, etc. In Ghana, textiles are absolutely integrated into every part of life. You are bombarded with music and textile, color and pattern, while walking down the streets, and the living tradition of these graced the occasion as contemporary symbols joined historic designs on nearly any printable surface seen at the Ghana Arts and Culture exhibition at GHEDI. A true Ghanaian would not have needed to be told where he or she was. This is because the aroma of kakro, wache, kenke, okra soup, boiled yam, omutuo, and abenkwang palm nut soup, contomere stew, and even a woman at the end of the food exhibition table serving hot cocoa or tea with corned milk and buns bread, ready to serve the long queue of Italians, Ghanaians, and other African nationals present had filled the entire hall. This is what the Ghanaians living in Brescia through the ONUADONEKROYE brought to citizens of GHEDI, a province of Brescia, in the multi-part exhibition held on Sunday, 11th November 2012. The exhibition began with a short introduction by the Secretary of the Ghana Citizens Union in GHEDI, Mr. Seth Boache, and then the association's ADDO and Kete dancers were ushered in to entertain guests present. A brief history on Ghana was read, accompanied by a video illustration. In a speech, the chairman of the ONUADONEKROYE, Mr. Paul Jemfi, thanked the Nexus Association, without whom he said the exhibition could not have been held. Responding to this, the president of the Nexus Association, Mr. Franco Cominardi, said the celebration of art, culture, and food of Ghana also reflected the interconnected culture of West Africa, and was glad the long-awaited dream of seeing Ghana in GHEDI was fulfilled. The exhibition, presented by the Nexus Cultural Association in collaborations with the ONUADONEKROYE Ghana Association in GHEDI, highlighted contemporary, traditional, and religious music, art, food, and culture of Ghana, with visual and musical creations which were influenced by the dynamic cultural activity and street life of Ghana. The whole event allowed the viewer to consider artistic production closer to the way it is experienced in Ghana. Nothing was experienced in isolation. The event also encouraged visitors to dare think about Ghana from a different perspective than what is usually shown by Western media. The ONUADONEKROYE is noted for its vibrant energy in projecting Ghana through its programs to the community. And though this happened to be the first of its kind in Brescia, many Italians who fell in love with Ghana on their first sight at the exhibition promised to visit Ghana. The vice chairman, Mr. Blay, also told GINN that the exhibition was also to help the upcoming second generation to splitten their love between Ghana and Italy, sharing realities of an African world in which people and ideas move seamlessly between cultures, to the end of holding in high esteem the heritage of Ghana in their experiences of living on two continents, in order to express the interplay between cultures, traditional and contemporary, African and European. The exhibition was graced with the presence of many dignitaries in both the Italian and Ghanaian community in Brescia, amongst whom were Ghanaian pastors and city assessors, who all joined at the end to dance eat and clothe themselves in Ghana, feeling Ghanaians for just a night. The ONUADONEKROYE was founded on the 1st of June 2006 after an Easter party among Ghanaians in GHEDI held in April 2006, when the decision of strengthening the bond of love and need for fellow Ghanaians and supporting each other was stirred by the executives. Mr. Boachi, secretary of the union, told GIN that the doors of the association is open to Ghanaians all living in Brescia and its provinces. Interested persons can contact the ONUADONEKROYE Ghana Citizens Union GHEDI at gcugedi@yahoo.com or call 320-971-4893, 320-372-7082.
Another exciting look this season that's hot on trend.
About some implication that comes with it, and on a larger scale how our men counterparts perceive we women in heels. The VGMAs displayed a variety of heels ranging from hooker heels, gladiators, wedges, stilettos, open-toe shoes and pumps.